Welcome back, sports fans. Mike Fussell here to get you caught up on a very busy weekend of interior sports. We begin with the ceremonial start of the Iditarod. It took place earlier today in downtown Anchorage. The roads were snowless, though, so some of the white stuff had to be brought in to make a path for the sleds. Onlookers packed the streets to wish mushers and their four-legged athletes good luck before heading out on the trail. 6 former Iditarod champions are seeking to finish ahead again this year. Rob Cook will be coming out of the gates first, and Jesse Royer drew the number 2 spot. The short warm-up run takes place just days before teams head up to Fairbanks for the restart of the race. That will be on Monday. Poor weather conditions force organizers to move the beginning of the trail there for the second time ever. From then on, participants will trek roughly 1,000 miles to the finish line in Nome. Game 3 of the Governor's Cup Series was a must-win for both the Alaska Nanooks and the Anchorage Seawolves last night. UAA was looking to keep playoff hopes alive in the Sullivan Arena, while Fairbanks needed a win to prevent the Seawolves from taking the series. The Nanooks set the tone early with physical play in the first period. Just around the 6-minute mark, Taylor Munson scored a dirty goal off a power play for Alaska. That would put them up 1-0. The second period remained scoreless with solid coverage between the pipes from UAF goalie Sean Cahill. He continued to have a solid night throughout the third period with 8 saves. Cahill would go on to have a total of 22. The Nanooks win it 1-0, killing playoff hopes for the Seawolves. Defenseman Trevor Campbell says good defensive play and a solid night by Cahill helped secure the shutout win.
When your goaltender's playing the way he did tonight, it sure helps out us D-men for all the mistakes we make. But it was just a group effort. We worked really hard and played smart, and it worked out for us tonight. We don't need to get up for these games. We know what it's all about. This is the most important game of the season. We want the Gov Cup, and so we're going to have no problem having energy tomorrow. We know what we got to do tomorrow, and hopefully we come out and do the same thing that we did tonight.
The Ice Dogs played on the road against the Minot Minotaurs last night. Both teams kept the game tight, successfully sending shots to goal in the first period. Reiner Gorowski was the lone scorer for Fairbanks in the second. The Minotaurs would break the even tally, gaining momentum on a 2-0 run. Minot found the back of the net early in the third. Reiner Gorowski would answer back with his second goal of the night, but the lone work of the Ice Dogs forward was not enough to keep Fairbanks in the game. They would go on to lose 5-2. The Mount McKinley Bank North Pole Sled Dog Championships kicked off today. Mushers tried to reach the finish line in 4, 6, and 10 dog classes. There was also a ski drawing competition. In the 4-dog race, Emily Entrikin took first with a time of 18 minutes and 10 seconds. Doreen Hedler was crowned the winner of a very close 6-dog contest. She came in just over 21 minutes, and Christian Tavo was right on her tail, only 7 seconds behind. 18 different racers went on to participate in the 12-mile, 10-dog class. Number 1 seed Monroe Catholic continued to show dominance, making it all the way to the top of the bracket of the Aurora Conference Boys Championships last night. The Rams faced off against the Hutchison Hawks. Hutch held it close early in the first quarter thanks to solid perimeter shooting. The gap would start to widen heading into the half, though, with the Rams up by 17 points. From then on, Monroe was in control, securing a 67-44-point win. The Monroe Catholic victory locks them into a spot in the state tournament coming up in 2 weeks. Hutch will play the winner of the Delta Galena matchup today in hopes of keeping the number 2 spot and heading to states as well. In the Girls Aurora Conference Championship Finals, the Hutchison Lady Hawks battled against the Valdez Buccaneers at the Ben Eielson High School last night. The Bucks ended up coming out on top and are now the Aurora Conference champions. The final score of 48-41 moves Valdez to the state tournament. The Hutchison girls now face the victor of today's Monroe and Galena consolation semifinal game. Junior Valdez guard Madison Fleming says the key to winning was communication.
We know where each other are, we know our strengths and weaknesses, and we know how to play with each other in times that are tough. This means so much. We took it second the past 2 years, and taking first finally, it feels so great.
MAC basketball championships started last night at West Valley High School. The Lathrop Lady Malamutes took on the North Pole Patriots in the first round of tournament play. Freshman Tyra Doe was the leading scorer for the Lathrop girls with 15 points. The Malamutes win it 64-14. They will go on to play undefeated West Valley tonight in the championship game. The boys' game between West Valley and North Pole was a little bit closer for a while, but it ended up in a double-digit deficit for the Patriots again. The Wolfpack takes the W 64-42, and they are due to face #1 seed Lathrop this evening. And that'll do it for your weekend edition of sports tonight. For more, log on to Twitter, YouTube, webcenter11.com, and download our mobile app. Katie Looper has your full weather forecast coming up next.